Hello and welcome to today's lesson. It is day 5 of graphing absolute value functions, and today we will be practicing writing an equation given the information. So yesterday we had something on the screens that was talking about vertex form, where you have y equals, and we had a and the absolute value of x minus h, absolute value, plus k. And remember in here, this thing right here stands for your x value, and x value axis goes left and right, so this is a horizontal change. And then on the outside, this k value represents your y value, which is a vertical change. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be replacing this a, this h, and this k. Everything else is going to pretty much stay the same. So we're still going to have a y equals. Okay, we're going to fill in that a. We're going to still have your x. We're going to have your absolute value. And then we're going to have a number in here. And then we're going to have a number here. Now, sometimes those blanks aren't filled because it's not moving right or it's not moving left. So sometimes all those blanks aren't filled, but those are the places we need to be looking to fill. So what we're going to first look at here is the fact that this graph opens up. And the fact that it is opening up tells me this number in front needs to be positive. And the fact that it has a normal width, that's saying that it is the parent function, and that parent function is just a 1. So it doesn't matter to me, but you can either put a 1 in here so that you know that you checked off and did that. If this said opening down, well, then we would have made this be negative, but it doesn't. It says up, so I need that to be positive. All right, the next thing I'm going to be looking for here is this x value. X value we said is horizontal, so that means it is left or right. So anywhere in our wording does it say anything about something moving left or right? So the vertex moves right 6. And if it's right 6, remember, inside this absolute value, it kind of does opposite things. So if that says right 6, then I'm going to put a negative 6 in here. And then on the very end, what we're looking for here is a vertical change. And a vertical change means something's either going up or down. So in our reading, does it say anything? It says up 7 units. So we're going to put a plus 7 right here. So that's how your equation should look. Now you might just have it y equals the absolute value of x minus 6 plus 7. You might not have a number here in front, and either way is fine. All right, second problem here. So we know we're going to have y equals, I have to have a blank or something here, and I have my absolute value, x, another absolute value. I'm going to fill in a blank here and a blank here. All right, so let's look at things here. So find a function that opens down. Down tells me that this number right here needs to be negative. And now they're telling me that it's a shrink. So if something is a shrink, then that means I'm going to have a fraction. Remember, between 0 and 1. So I can put any number I want here. I can put in 1/2, I can put in 1/3, I can put in 2/5, just as long as it's a fraction somewhere between 0 and 1 is what we need. I'm just going to put in a 1/2. If you choose to do a 1/3, it really doesn't matter. All right, the next thing that we need to look for is in here with the x value. An x value, remember the x-axis goes this way, so that means we're looking for keywords that say left or right. Okay, this is a horizontal change with a vertex that moves left 8. And when that says left 8, if it's left, then we're going to put in a positive 8, because remember, we have to do the opposite of what we think. All right, and out here, this is the y value, which goes this way. So I'm talking about either up or down. So in here, it says down 7 units, so I'm going to put in a negative 7. So there's our equation. All right, next sample problem. Write an absolute value equation for a function that opens down with a stretch, has the vertex that moves left and up 3. So y equals blank, absolute value of x. I'm going to fill in that blank, and I'm going to have another blank on the end. All right, so this vertex is going to go down, and it's a stretch. Down. Down means that this number right here needs to be negative. Now, stretch means we're going to stretch it out, so I need a number bigger than 1. Any number bigger than 1. So you can put your favorite number of 7 in there, you can put 8, you can put 5, just as long as that number is bigger than 1, then you're good to go. All right, now we need x value. X value goes this way. So remember, we're looking for either left or right. All right, and the vertex moves left 12. If this is left 12, left makes me think negative. Remember, I have to put the opposite. So I'm going to put a plus 12. And then the last thing here is on the end, we're talking about a vertical up or down situation. And this one says up. So we're going to go up 3 units. Up means plus 3. On your homework today, you're going to have drop-down menus or drag and drops, I think. And so you're just going to drag numbers into these 3 spots. So they'll have y equals, and then there's a bubble, then the absolute value of x, and then there's going to be another bubble, and then there's going to be another bubble at the end. So you'd be dragging these numbers in here. So you'd have the option of plus 12 or minus 12 and plus 3 and minus 3, and then you just have to drag them in there where you think they need to go. All right, last one here. Write an absolute value equation for a function that opens up and is a shrink. Opens up and is a shrink. So y equals blank, and we have x blank blank. So my 3 blanks that I need to fill in: opens up with a shrink. Shrink means a fraction, so I'm just going to put 1/3 in there. Okay, up means this number, this green number, needs to be positive. All right, x-axis. X-axis goes this way, so I'm looking for left or right words. So those are my clue words. Moves right 2. So if it's going to go right 2, right makes me think positive. Remember, it's in the inside, it's the opposite. So I put in a negative 2. And then the last thing in here is that it's going to go up 5. And up 5 is going to be a plus 5 on the end. All right, so those are the 3 blanks you need to be talking about. Positive or negative number in front, and is it a whole number or a fraction? A number bigger than 1 or the absolute value between 0 and 1? Okay, then you're looking for left, right for the middle. Those are your key words. Left and right goes inside your absolute value. And then up or down are your key words for outside the absolute value. All right, good luck on your homework. Your homework for today should be day 5.